What seems to be overrated until you actually try it? Tailored clothing. You can have just about any body shape.
Tailored clothing. You can have just about any body shape, but when you have it tailored to your actual size you go from looking okay to looking amazing. Adding on to this, I like to wear denim. Specifically Levi denim. It's expensive buying new, and being a tall guy makes it tough. I go to thrift shops and pick up a pair for $15, one size too big, bring it to a tailor, and have it hemmed for $15. Best fit and so durable. I've had people ask me how I can afford it with my income, and when I tell them they always say the same thing, that's a great idea. I also have a big chest and wide shoulders, so the denim jackets rarely fit right. So I find some that are too big and get them fixed. Edit. Yes, I wear a Canadian tuxedo most days, and I'm proud of it. Levi's are pretty much the best value jeans you can get. I have 3 pairs that I've had for going on 7 to 8 years now, and they still look great. They're the only name brand jeans I'd ever buy. Actual running shoes. Some shoes are meant for running, man. Seconding this, I got nice shoes after buying from Payless my whole life. They are not even running shoes, but I went from a quarter-mile run at most to a mile and still climbing thanks to these shoes, and no shin splints anymore. Just making the switch from Payless to Nike changed my life. I stand all day at work. My feet hurt so bad from Payless shoes, but I don't even blink at standing for 8 hours in Nikes. You should probably still blink. No, that's how they get you. Blink and you're dead. I cannot emphasize this enough. A quality pillow and mattress and sheets. My ex got mad at me when I spent almost $2,000 on my whole bed setup, but then has no problems with $100 bar tabs and $200 dinner nights out. My people, you spend 8 hours a night, 3,000 hours a year on your bed. It should be the most expensive, or just best quality regardless of price, item you purchase for your home. Anything less is just cheating yourself. Joke's on you. I sit on the couch all day, and then fall asleep on the couch. Is it a nice couch at least? It's a casting couch. I thought to look at the starry sky is boring, but in fact it is very beautiful. When I was a child my dad taught me about the constellations and bird watching. He said if you know the stars and birds you'll never be bored wherever you go. He was right. Also, plants. Once I started learning to identify them, I was amazed by how many different species of wildflowers are just everywhere. Yes, once you know what you're seeing it's anything but boring. I took a walk with a friend a while ago, and he was blown away when I pointed out that skunk cabbage was pollinated by flies. Its flowers stink, it has contractile roots that pull it downward, and it creates its own heat to grow up out of the snow. Not to mention all the different uses and histories of all the individual plants. Sleep, nutrition, hydration. Believe me when I say this. It's a cold, dark world until you tune those 3 together. Thanks, I really think I needed to hear this. Same. The thing is, I know I need to focus on it more, and when I don't, I wonder why I feel so shitty all the time, haha. It's such a negative spiral. I'm too tired to cook or work out. I'll just eat crap, thus setting myself up for the same thing tomorrow. I'm exhausted from not having any real food all day. Better just go to bed. Getting 8+ hours of sleep. Edit. Sure, everybody needs to find his or her magic hour. Some people need only 6 or 7 hours of sleep. Some people need 8 or 9. It doesn't really matter that much. If you are fresh and feel good, the morning after 8 seems to be around the average, so I just use that. People are so weirdly proud of being overworked, exhausted, and sleep deprived. It's not good for you, even if you feel like it makes you cool. You know what we need? A pro sleep sub in the same way that /r/Hydra Home is pro water. It just needs a name. /r/bedrest /r/hibernation hormoise. Drinking water. It's amazing how much better I feel when I consciously choose to drink more water. I drink around 10 to 13 pints of water a day. I have a serious desire to consume something 24/7, so Rather than alcohol or snacking, I just drink water. When chilled water is available I have to hold myself back because I'm a literal addict to chilled water. Even if it's freezing weather, I want my water cold. Exercise. Free feel-good drugs that make you more attractive? Sign me up. Wait, I have to sweat. Fuck that. After many years in the military, I learned that some people don't get a dopamine high after cardio. I feel like they've been cheated by the universe. I don't think I've ever gotten a dopamine high after running, but when I'm walking home after jiu-jitsu class, even if I got my ass kicked the whole time, I feel happy and can't wait to train again. I've never felt that after a run. A weighted blanket. Do you have one that you can recommend? I have been looking for a nice heavy one at a decent price lately, but I'm ready to invest big time since it's related to health. I can't speak to the quality, but they recently started stocking them at Target, Maxx and Marshalls for way cheaper than I'd ever seen them before. 70-ish. Not being piss poor. Now I'm lower middle class, and that money makes all the difference in the world for my health and happiness. Who would have thought? Money can't buy happiness should really be money can't guarantee happiness all the time for everyone, because holy shit can a little money buy a lot of happiness when you have none. Like my mom always says, money can't buy happiness, but it's a good down payment. Or money can't buy happiness, but it's a lot easier to be happy when you have money. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy the tools, vegetables, sleep, medication, free time. Yoga and meditation. It's ridiculous how hard it can be to just sit within yourself, but once you've done it and found the quiet, it's hard to stay away. I was gonna say this also. The thing is, you get better at it the more often you do it, and what begins as almost a chore evolves into something you look forward to because you know how great you're gonna feel afterward. Talking to a therapist. It can really help. I was feeling really low couple of weeks back. Had 3 sessions with a counselor. Helped me get things back to track. Holy crap, I went to see a therapist about my horrible out, and after 5 sessions I felt much better about my life. Not to mention my grades went from B's and C's to straight A's. So please, for the love of God, whoever is struggling, talk to someone, it will make a difference. So many opportunities and goals could be reached with such massive amounts of money though, hence why it isn't worth it for a lot of people. Mental health is worth the investment. That said, as a society we do need to make therapy more accessible and affordable. Taking care of your mental health shouldn't have to be a luxury. Getting a dog or any pet. I used to scoff at dog owners talking about how much they love their dogs. I acknowledge that, but I don't really understand how can anyone's love for dogs surpass everything else? This just seems so overrated, and I think I can do without it. Thanks. This is until I have my own. I cannot imagine a day without him. I work hard to give him a good life. I make sure he eats and exercise as well as I do. I cry when he's hurt and laugh when he's happy. I love my dog. Come scoff at me. Dogs love people, especially their owners, so much it's almost impossible to not love them back. When the neighbors let them bark 24 hours a day, I find myself hating both. It's not their dog's fault. If they are barking 24/7, there's a reason. Your neighbors should address that reason. Love the dogs, and I'll join in hating the neighbors. As a snake person, a full-time job, and falling asleep early. Was a night owl for years, depressed for a few, had a few part-time jobs here and there, because I thought that I would hate working full-time. Turns out I like waking up early and really needed the structure in my life. Helped with my depression immensely, and I'm not so sad anymore these days. Sure, I have less time to do other things, but now they actually feel like hobbies, not like things I used to pass an excessive amount of time. I agree 100%. I started my first full-time job last month and it's so nice having structure in my life. I honestly prefer it a bit over going to university. My school schedule is never consistent day to day, so it's hard to get used to. I love being able to sleep at the same time every night. Reading the book before watching the movie. Don't get me wrong, I love movies. I just find it enhances both if I go in that order. Edit. As a librarian, I have a long list of books I think should be movies. Dark Matter, The Graveyard Book, All Systems Down, The Catcher in the Rye, Artemis Fowl, Cinder, the list goes on. Curious what books others think should be movies? Edit 2. Thanks to everyone who let me know an Artemis Fowl movie is in the works. Yes, makes the movie so much better, since you already have a sense of the characters and setting, and it's fun to see how they make things a bit different. Also, if the book wasn't that great, but the movie is well done, you'll end up loving it so much more. Looking at you, Revenant. But bad movies can also change your perspective on the book, even unconsciously. For example, my opinion of Katniss from the Hunger Games have forever been lessened by how winny she was in the movie compared to the books. People watch the movies and complain that Katniss is annoying, and well, that's because she is, but she was not nearly as much of a winny bitch in the book. Well, she was super winny in the books too, it's just that the books were better at getting us to care about her whinings. I'm assuming golf considering how fucking boring it seems, and how much people who play love it. Can confirm. I'd rather watch paint dry than watch golf, but playing with friends or family, and it can be a really fun thing. To be fair, doing anything with friends/family can make it fun, to include watching paint dry. Recently painted a room in my house, and invited my friends over to watch it dry. Nobody came. Was bored. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos.